Good morning and welcome to Mornings on Main Street for this Thursday, the 13th of July. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Dixon used to be the center of the iron industry for Middle Tennessee. Well, now Dixon, or Burns, is home of Montgomery Bell State Park, a recreation destination for many families and friends getting together throughout really all year round. I have to share with you, this used to be my favorite activity as a kid, the paddle boats here at Montgomery Bell. But coming up, we get to learn not only about the outdoor recreation activities on the water, but the hikes that you can take, as well as some of the programs and educational opportunities they have available here at Montgomery Bell. After that, we're checking in with reporter Scott Stewart to hear about the Blackberry Festival happening early on Saturday morning. It's going to be a day full of blackberries and fun. And after that, we check in with Sylvia Ganier and Devin O'Day for Devin's Table, but today they're at Green Door Gourmet, and we're getting a lesson on beans. But first, let's get a check of our headlines. This coming school year, all middle and high school students in the Cheatham County School District will be required to put all backpacks, lunchboxes, and sports bags into their locker each morning. Bags will not be carried from room to room throughout the day. This is just one way that the district is working to ensure that the schools provide a safe learning environment. Now, there is a rent that will be paid for the locker. Read more on what the fee comes with by turning to our website, mainstreetmediatn.com. It was on the radio inside the office, and it didn't sound good. I'll never forget that day, said Wilson County Sheriff Robert Bryan as he addressed more than 150 people in the Mount Juliet Community Center who came together to honor two slain officers exactly 20 years after their deaths. Now, this is the picture that you see from that remembrance. Learn how the widows of the two officers have given support to other grieving wives and families by visiting mainstreetmediatn.com and going to the Wilson Post. $15,110 has been split evenly between United Ministries Food Bank and COPE of Robertson County, thanks to what was brought in by the recent 27th annual Amen Open Golf Tournament, sponsored by the members of the First United Methodist Church. This year's tournament featured 34 teams with a total of 136 golfers. Read the history of this tournament and the amount raised throughout the years by heading to mainstreetmediatn.com. Again, you'll find this story and many more on our website. Let's get a check of the forecast to see if it's going to be rain or shine in the coming days, returning to our friends over at Tennessee Valley Weather.
Good Thursday morning to you. I'm Kelly Rawson here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check at your forecast for the rest of today. We're starting off with mostly cloudy conditions, but dry conditions. That will change though heading into this afternoon. We do have the chance for showers and storms. Basically anytime after lunchtime we'll start to see those pop up around southern middle Tennessee, and those will continue to pop up and move through for the rest of the afternoon and even into the evening. However, I do think this line of storms will eventually start to weaken as it gets closer to us. However, we will keep an eye on that, and you can see those kind of start to fizzle out as they move through the Tennessee Valley, but we could definitely still see a couple rounds of thunderstorms heading into the day for the rest of today. And heading into the 7-day forecast, you can see this with temperatures in the lower 90s for the next few days, including this afternoon, but we increase the rain chances, especially heading into Saturday and Sunday. Saturday during the day and during the evening looking to be the soggiest, with this chance for scattered to widespread showers and storms, with temperatures a little bit cooler on a Sunday, not too much cooler though, and we will start to see those rain chances eventually wane off heading into Monday and Tuesday of next week.
3 lakes and almost 4,000 beautiful acres here at Montgomery Bell State Park in Burns. To tell us about all that you can get involved in here at the park and what you can see, we have interpretive ranger Tim Wheatley with us today. Thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you for having me today.
And you know, in addition to just the beautiful sights here, you guys offer a lot of programs.
Yeah, we have a lot of activities here at Montgomery Bell. We do interpretive programs such as birds of prey programs, reptile programs, mammal programs. We do a lot of hikes. I was on the Harpeth River yesterday actually. So we do canoe floats, kayak floats. We canoe and kayak on the lakes. We do a lot of different things. We're going to have a star viewing program this Saturday.
Okay.
So we do a lot of different things that pertain to the natural, cultural, historical aspects of this park.
That is wonderful. And we're going to talk more about that star viewing program that you can take part in on Saturday. It's going to be just a little bit later in our conversation. First off, tell me about some of the flight birds that you have that you can see right behind us.
Right. We used to do rehabilitation at Montgomery Bell, and as a byproduct of that, we have some animals that can't be released back into the wild. So what we do is we use those animals that are non-releasable, and we do interpretive programs on the importance of raptors and the animals in general at Montgomery Bell.
Raptors and owls.
Well, raptors are owls. So
Really?
owls, eagles, hawks, falcons, they're all considered raptors.
Learn something new every day. Where can we find all of the programs that you offer?
So if you go on our website, if you go to Tennessee State Parks and then find Montgomery Bell, we have an upcoming events link there. And you can find all the activities that are coming up, as well as some of the special events that we have here. Some of them are fee-based, like some of our canoe floats, things like that. But most of our programs, especially in the campground, are free. The star viewing, for example, that's free. Most of our hikes are free. Most of our talks are free. And we have special things like cart tours, archery programs, things like that we charge a small fee for.
But still, what a wonderful thing to be able to get involved in, even at a small fee. And for those in or around Dickson County and those visiting our area, it's a great thing to be able to take part in.
Right. And most of our programs are free, as I said. The fee programs, actually, are one-on-one with a ranger for a longer period of time, and it involves more equipment and more in-depth programs.
Gotcha. And talk to me about some of the recreational water activities that you have for the rest of the summer months.
So, on your own, you can actually go into Lake Woodhaven or Creech Hollow Lake. You can take your own boat. You don't have to have a special permit or anything like that.
Okay.
You can go fishing on your own with a Tennessee fishing license. But as far as my kind of programs that I take visitors out, I do have a Harpeth River canoe float coming in August. I have a kayaking program, I think, in September. I have to look on the upcoming events because I have so many. And I think I have another canoe float scheduled around the 4th of July weekend.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, the Labor Day weekend. We just finished the 4th of July weekend.
Again, like you said, you have so many events going on. And in addition to that, they also have a welcome center here at Montgomery Bell. What can people find inside?
Right. At the office, we do have a small display on the Civilian Conservation Corps and some exhibits in the back room with our reptiles. Also, there's a small gift shop there. And this is where you can buy our Tennessee State Park honey that we actually make here. We're going to have over 400 jars this year, and in back of us, right in back of us, in the back of the aviary, is one of our beehives that actually makes this honey. So you can come out here and get some raw honey, and it supports the bee program that we have here, and all the money goes back to the beehives so we can get more beehives and more bees and produce more honey.
That's wonderful, and that is what you're seeing now. So some of the video that you're seeing the beehives, and then the bees also, as they're pollinating and the flowers, you're seeing the bees that are actually from the beehive, which is so cool to see. It is super hot out here. Do you ever get used to this?
No.
Not at all. What is it like to come in an interpretive ranger position to learn all about the park that you're working in? Because you've been here for a few years now, correct?
Yes, I've worked for Tennessee State Parks over 30 years, and I've been here about 19 years. Every park is different, so my job is to interpret the park story to the visitor that's never been here or been here and didn't know the story. So my job when I first come in here is to learn every aspect of the park, every plant, every animal, every historical figure that's ever been here, and all the stories that are supposed to be told.
What's your favorite part? What's your favorite story or favorite aspect of the park?
Well, I did start the Raptor program here. So I would say the Raptor program is my kind of baby. And, you know, you were here the other day when I was feeding them, and, you know, it's a program that you have to volunteer for. They can't say, hey, you're going to be over the Raptor program. You actually have to care about it, because you have to, sometimes you have to come in on your days off, and sometimes you got to raise money from private entities to get food for them and things like that. You got to find vets. So it's more than just doing the program. It's supporting the birds in the background what nobody ever sees.
Right. Well, and that was a really cool sight, and shame on me for not getting video of that, but it was really neat to watch. Last question for you, for the hikers out there, for maybe the older individuals and the kids, how challenging are the trails?
Now, Montgomery Bell has over 10 miles of hiking trail, and we have mountain bike trails on the other side of the highway. But most of our trails are moderate to easy. Okay. But just because it's moderate to easy, you should be prepared. You know, wear proper footwear, bring water. You know, if you're not in shape, don't go on a 10-mile hike right away. Right. You know, but most of them, there's not a lot of hills, and there's different mileage. So if you're just starting out, you can maybe go on the Jim Bailey Trail, which is right here, which is less than a mile. Okay. But if you're an experienced hiker and you're planning to go on a big trip, you might want to, a lot of people do this, they'll go train on the Montgomery Bell Trail, which is over 10 miles. And we do have a big trail run that people train for here. We have a 50K in December called the Bell Ringer. Okay. And that's a big event that we have in December. And we have over 500 runners every year. Wow. And 50K is a lot. I don't do 50Ks. But these are really experienced runners. But we have other runs in between the year. We have the Three Lakes run. Okay. We have several.
Just check out the events page at Montgomery Bell State Park.
Yeah, because like in the mountain bike trail, I know they have events, and I think there's something on the events page for they have to be timed to be in a certain event. Okay. So make sure you do that if you're into mountain biking. Oh, fantastic. Ranger Wheatley, is there anything I haven't asked you that you would want to share? Well, for those that have lived here for a long time, Dickson County, my experience working in state parks all these years, people that live closest to the park are the ones that don't come. They might go to Fall Creek Falls or Reelfoot Lake or something like that, but I have people all the time say, I lived in Dickson all my life for 10 years, and I've never been on one of these trails. So come on out if you're local. There's no access fee, so you can come and do a lot of things are free. I mean, there's things you can do that's going to cost you, like golfing or eating at the restaurant or stuff like that, but most of our stuff is free and open to the public. Which is fantastic. Again, I grew up here with Montgomery Bell State Park right in my backyard, came here often. We had our family reunions here at the park. The paddle boat, as you saw at the beginning of the show, that was my absolute favorite. So thank you so much. Put Montgomery Bell State Park on your destination places this summer or the fall or really anytime throughout the year. Yeah. Ranger Wheatley, thank you for your time. I'm going to let you cool off. We are sweating out here. Stick with us. We'll be right back. All right.
Tired of hanging lights every year? We get it. That's why Southern Nights is here to help. We install programmable lighting on your home or business so you can enjoy beautiful, customizable lighting all year round. No more ladders, tangled lights, or cold nights outside. We do the work, you do the celebrating. Call Southern Nights today and take the hassle out of holiday lighting forever. For a free quote, give us a call at 931-241-3074 or visit our Facebook page at Southern Nights.
Did you know that up to 80% of us will experience back or neck pain during our lifetime? Many of you are offered surgery or addictive pain pills to relieve your chronic pain. At the Dr. Gill's Center for Back, Neck, Chronic Pain Relief, we have been leading the way to better health, naturally, and have helped tens of thousands of people right here in Middle Tennessee for the past 30 years.
I came to Dr. Gill about 10 years ago after my local doctors recommended surgery. I knew about Dr. Gill and wanted to see if he could help me. 10 years later, I am pain free, no surgery, and no pain pills.
Surgery is scary, and over 40% of all back surgeries fail, creating a cycle of surgery and pills. There is a safer solution to your chronic pain. Make the call to the Dr. Gill Center for Back Neck Chronic Pain Relief today and get your life back. This office visit is normally $299, but call today and receive your initial consultation, report of finding for just $49. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Call 615-768-8743. That's 615-768-8743.
Welcome back. So we are heading to Lynnville now to check in with reporter Scott Stewart and get all the tidbits of information that we're going to need if we head out to the Blackberry Festival this Saturday morning. Again, it's happening in Lynnville, not Pulaski, so make sure you have the right address on your calendar. But let's see what Scott and the representative of this festival has to say.
Hey guys, welcome in. We're in historic downtown Lynnville, and I'm with Christy Tolley, who is, among other things, the tourism director here in Lynnville, and big things going on up in Lynnville this week. It's going to be the Blackberry Festival. There's all kinds of stuff going on, and that's why I'm here, because Christy's going to tell us all about it.
I just want to welcome you all to our Blackberry Festival. This is the 23rd year, so this is a long-standing tradition here in Lynnville. This is put on by the local community club, and we are so thankful that the city lets us host it here in downtown Lynnville. We have approximately about 70 vendors of all kinds. They're going to have some farmhouse furniture, knickknacks, talk about food galore. We have Charles from down in Pulaski that has the Italian ice. He's a local favorite. He's going to be here with his bus. We have Slick Pig Barbecue coming in all the way from Woodbury, Tennessee. All right. Our Wing Girl's coming back all the way from Savannah. She's going to be here. Nice. And the biggest thing that we had that I'm so tickled to death with, and everybody is we're going to do the grand reopening of Soda Pop at 11 o'clock.
Right here at the Soda Pop Junction. We want to make sure we give them a shout out. They're our friends. Johnny and the guys are our friends at Soda Pop, and that's exactly.
Yes, and we're talking everywhere you look, you will see UT. Like today, we're going to have orange on. Everybody's going to have orange on that day, orange and purple. The chamber's going to come up, and they're going to do a ribbon cutting. We're going to have some orange smoke and orange confetti. There will not be vendors in front of Soda Pop because that's where all the action is going to take place. It is going to be packed. We're going to have a petting zoo. There'll be pony rides, a water slide that's free. The petting zoo is free. You just pay for your feed. Farmers market starts at 8. Something new we're doing this year. We do not know how it's going to turn out, so we just want you to come out and bring your cars. We're going to do a cruise in, and it's all. Wish I had this in color. It's in color online. But any maker model, there's no cost. You just come in, and we're going to do a 50-50 split drawing. So we can do it by your arm length, your height, or the length of your car. You get a ticket, so everybody has a chance to split the pot, no matter how big it is or how small it is. Just come, bring sunscreen, bring water. If you have pets, please leave them at home. Concrete's hot. Most importantly, we just want you to come out to Lynnville and love our little town like we do. When you go into Colonel's, enjoy the smell of leather. Leave your food outside. When you go into Fried Pie, get you a sandwich now. Get you a blackberry pie. Yep. Go on down to the real estate company if you're thinking about moving to Giles County. Go eat at Soda Pop or eat outside, and then go get you a milkshake. It is going to be busy. Please be aware of the pedestrians on the street. Look for parking signs. If you need help, just say, hey, where's Christy Tolley? Hey, where's Mayor White? Where's Miss Roberts, Miss Judy? When you go into our train depot, enjoy it. It is a self-guided tour. Just close the door. We don't want to air condition outside. We just want you to come out and have fun. We also have a dunking booth this year. We're going to try to get Mayor White in there so you can dunk him.
Everybody lined up for that one.
Yeah, we're going to break the bank. I think it's $5 for 3 balls. There are also going to be wagon rides downtown. They are free, but they work off of tips. We got a donation to sponsor the wagon rides and the petting zoo from Ingram Angus. We are so thankful for him and his involvement in the community. Yeah. So thankful. Also, the distillery that day, they're going to be set up downtown. No, there is no alcohol in Lynnville, but you can go 2 miles down the road, do some tours down there. They're going to have some specials, and they're also going to give back some money to the city, which is fantastic for us because we are changing and growing every day and wanting to do more projects. So the farmers market starts at 8. Come and get you some produce. The peach people are always here on Blackberry Festival. They will have blackberries for sale as well, and jams. There's face painting for kids. There's going to be a balloon artist guy twisting balloons up and giving them out for kids. The festival technically starts at 10, but all the vendors will be here around 8. So you can come on out. You can have breakfast at Soda Pop.
Yep.
And then again at 11 o'clock, we want everybody to pour in and show Soda Pop love after having their little electrical fire being closed for about a month. Join the chamber, be part of the ribbon cutting, and be part of making history here in Lynnville on July 15th.
Yeah, the Blackberry Festival is great. Thank you, Christy, for all you guys doing. The town looks great. Coming up this weekend, starting at 8 o'clock, they're going to go from 8 to 5.
8 to 5, or till you go home.
Till you just go home. You know, they may be sweeping you out with
with the confetti, with the orange confetti and the orange smoke.
I've always loved the Blackberry Festival. It's something that's been going on since pretty much I've been back in Giles County, and it's one of my favorite things. So, and blackberry ice cream.
And we will have blackberry ice cream. We're going to have blackberry banana splits, blackberry cotton candy.
What?
And we're going to have
that now.
Blackberry cotton candy and vendors.
Right. I'll tell you this. You will be surprised at just how much can be going on right here in downtown.
Little Town Big Festival.
That's exactly right. Little Town Big Festival. Come to the Blackberry Festival right here in downtown Lynnville on July the 15th, and we will see you there. Thank you, Christy.
Thank you, Scott.
Thanks.
You can't see the sights without the sounds. From the crack of the bat to the roar of the crowd and everything in between, discover what Hit City has to offer. Spend your nights cheering on the Nashville Sounds at First Horizon Park with giveaways, fireworks shows, theme weekends, and more. Single game tickets are on sale now. Visit NashvilleSounds.com to claim your seat today.
They said I wouldn't make it without a college degree.
They said only a man could be a roofing executive.
They said a former addict always relapses.
They said my amputation would keep me out of roofing.
They said never give an ex-convict a second chance.
They said I could never be a leader.
They said I couldn't support my family as a single mom.
At Rackley, we say they're wrong.
Want to change the world? Change it, one roof at a time.
Welcome back. I love Thursdays because we are always able to check in with Devin O'Day and Sylvia Ganier for Devin's Table. And today we're heading inside of Green Door Gourmet to get a little lesson on beans.
Sylvia, we are here in the Green Door Gourmet store. We're always in the kitchen, but now we're going to take you into the store because you've got brands that you can't find anywhere else, really.
You know, we've talked about some different local meats and everything that you can find, but we are thrilled to carry the Rancho Gordo line of beans. The Rancho Gordo brand, they take lost heirloom bean varieties and have given them new life. And a lot of these are beans that are sacred to the Native Americans as well. And so each bean has a story. They even have a book about all their beans, books of their recipes. So if you want to know about the yellow eye bean, which is one of my favorites, it is a creamy bean. Now, I know when you're talking about beans, it's hard to think of beans being creamy. We're used to beans being a little bit more tactile, if you will, a little bit more chewy. But these beans, especially this one, just turn to almost cream-like in the pot when you cook them. They're a dried bean. You're going to reconstitute them, but that's just a few minutes in a pressure cooker, Instapot, or overnight just in the refrigerator. It's not hard to reconstitute beans. And when you can get ones that each one has such a unique and beautiful flavor variety. Look at this bean. Look at this vaquero bean. This is one of their beginning earliest beans that they started really rescuing out in the West. And it is delicious, but it's beautiful. Look at the Christmas limas. You don't have to wait to Christmas to eat lima beans. You can have them any old time of the year because they're here at Green Door Gourmet, and we're so lucky to partner with Rancho Gordo.
And when you cook them, they don't stay variegated like that, do they?
You'll get a little striation in them, which is really, really nice. So they don't just all turn red and bleh. So you've got that. You've got your pink beans, black beans, the number one source of fiber that you can get in your diet. So if you have been like, how in the world can I up my fiber with something delicious and not have to go eat some weird little wafer thing that you get in the store? 19 grams of fiber for a serving of black beans. And you can have it as a bean salad, a bean soup, you can have it in a quesadilla, you can have it any old way you want. Make a pot of beans, use it 28 different ways. When you're making your beans, what you can do is you can put in some beautiful farm fresh vegetables like we have here. I love to top my beans with a little bit of, radish, maybe using some cutting celery or parsley. The traditional, beautiful spring onions chopped up on some beans. That sounds mighty delicious. Maybe you want to make a black bean soup and you want to change it up. You can look up a great recipe for black bean and sweet potato soup. That is a wonderful combination between those two things. Sweet potatoes are one of my favorite foods. I grew up, I think I'm made out of sweet potato, to be honest with you, because I love them so much.
They're so good for you, too.
And you're trying to figure out how can you get a little bit more leafy green into something you're doing. So when you're making a pot of beans or you're making a pot of soup that has black beans and or tomato in it, tomato's best friend is Swiss chard.
Oh.
The tomato, the acidity of the tomato, the umami of that tomato will take out the bitterness of the green. So if you just take the stem out and chop these up and just put them into whatever soup or stew you're making, it becomes almost like spinach or kale, but it gives this beautiful flavor. So Swiss chard, which lasts spring into summer, it's the last leafy green to go, is going to be your friend going into your soups going forward. So you can get your produce, you want to kick it up, you can get your hot sauce, you can top off your beans, you can put a ham hock in your pot, and off we go. It'll be a great day at Green Door Gourmet.
Sylvia, thank you. Now, if you would like to see the full episode of Devon's Table, you can catch that, many other programs, including Mornings on Main Street by turning to MSM TV. Stick here with us on Mornings on Main Street. We'll be right back.
There's a lot to consider when it comes to choosing a Medicare plan. That's where Health Markets Insurance Agency can help. Independent licensed insurance agents who work with Health Markets can answer your questions about the different parts of Medicare, when you can enroll, benefits, costs, and more. Speak to a local licensed insurance agent today to get started on your Medicare journey.
Welcome back. So glad you joined us today here at Mornings on Main Street. Ranger Wheatley mentioned the honey that's made right here at Montgomery Bell. And of course, I picked up a jar of the Tennessee State Park's honey. I cannot wait to try that. We have a number of state parks throughout, of course, the state of Tennessee and local parks in different areas. Be sure to check those areas out this summer. Do something fun like paddle boating. Just get out and enjoy the great outdoors. And please make sure you dress accordingly and for the occasion, unlike me, and always make sure you have water to hydrate because it is pretty darn hot outside. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Have a good one.